Hi, welcome. I'm trying to learn biology today, control of water balance, and after we've done that, we're going to do leg injury prevention training. And if you participate in the leg injury prevention training, then it's at your own risk. And this is about internal anatomy and also urination. Control of water balance. It is important to control the amount of water in the body. Otherwise, the blood can become too concentrated or diluted. Okay, if there's too less water in the body, the blood is too concentrated. This is interesting. And to keep the water balanced, that is done by making sure that over a certain period of time, the same amount of water is taken in than it is given out. So there should be a water balance in the human body at the same level, and it has to be sure that over this certain period of time, the same amount is taken in as given out. Most of the regulation of water content is done by the kidneys, which alter the volume and concentration of the urine. Okay, the kidneys are here, there are two, half underneath the rib cage, underneath the last strip of the rib cage. The body gains water by drinking, eating food, and respiring, which releases water. Okay, I don't get the point. Maybe that is printed wrong. I totally don't understand it. They are saying here that this happens through respiring, which releases water. That water comes out. The first 2 points, drinking and eating food. And the body loses water by sweating, by breathing, and then by passing out of urine and by defecation. Okay, the kidneys are controlling the volume and the concentration of the urine. With the concentration, do they not mean? Okay, whatever they mean with it. That's probably what we mean with it, way beyond what we explained here. Okay, the kidneys are responsible for the volume of water in the human body. With your understanding, the kidneys control the water balance of the body. The kidneys do this by filtering the blood to remove all small molecules. Okay, the kidneys are filtering the blood, and then they're removing the small molecules. Or at least some. I can't believe that they're saying all. I can't believe that they're removing all. That doesn't really make sense. But maybe. I'm going to tell you what is written here. They're saying all, but I don't believe that makes sense. Then useful molecules, for example glucose, and a certain amount of water and salts are taken back into the blood. I think I came up with the expression one time previously. Taken back. Is it really said like that? To take it back? Or to give it back? No, they are then given back into the blood to keep the level in balance. So all molecules are removed, I was saying, and then useful molecules like glucose, blood sugar, are given again into the blood given. And also a certain amount of water and salts. The remaining waste is stored in the bladder as urine. Okay. The kidneys are filtering the blood, removing all the molecules, then giving all and molecules are good back, and also the water and the salts. And all the waste is then stored in the bladder as urine. The amount of water that is taken back into the blood is controlled by a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, ADH, which is released by the pituitary gland. Okay, the amount of water, because it's here about the water amount. And the water amount which is given back by which is passed through, which is let through the kidney and not stopped at the kidney and diverged into the bladder, the water amount is controlled by the antidiuretic hormone. And that is released by the pituitary gland. So somewhere in the human body there is the pituitary gland, and that releases some hormone. This hormone is then at the kidneys and tells the kidneys lets down so much water through and takes down so much out of it. Different drugs can alter the antidiuretic hormone release. Alcohol reduces antidiuretic hormone release and can cause too much urine to be made. Alcohol reduces the amount of antidiuretic hormone release. And if the kidneys don't have so much antidiuretic hormone, they are taking out more water and making it into urine. I think it's the best idea just to know whether the antidiuretic hormone has an influence on it, and that alcohol also, and that it causes too much urine. Now, is it now too much water? What is now urine? The remaining waste. It has to be a good amount of water. Certain amount of water and salts are taken back into the blood. It would be easier just to write it simply down in an understandable way. And then I'm thinking, should we even try to understand it, or just know it and wait till we get it? Alcohol disrupts with, or what is it called? Distorts with, has an influence. What's the name for it? Disturbs. Alcohol disturbs the pituitary gland, so the pituitary gland cannot properly produce the antidiuretic hormone, and then the kidneys don't have the antidiuretic hormone, and that causes them it's a problem too much urine to be made. What is it? To not give enough water back, to take too much water out. And here it gets complicated. Why don't I just explain it like I just said? Ecstasy can have the opposite effect. Now, what is the opposite effect? Too less urine. What is the problem of too less urine? That means that too much water is given back. Now, what is now the task of a kidney at all? To take the water out or to let it through? These are technically very simple questions. But if someone does not know them, these are every time divergence into 50-50 chance. And 1-2 of these steps to do in the head are no problem. But now we are at the 4/5 steps. Too much of that causes that to do too little of that, causes that to do too much of that, which causes too much of that. These are too many divergences, or how we call it. And I am thinking if you should try to make all these points, if someone knows them, no problem to do them each, because we know them each individually. But have them all without already written down. It's just too much to think 3-4 corners in one row. Warm temperature, exercise, salt intake of lack of. We're just going to come back. It would be so simple to write it just down in one sentence, which is understandable. The whole thing could be here said in one sentence, the explanation, and another sentence, the explanation of the what is called antidiuretic hormone, the pituitary glands, the kidneys, and the water taking out, and then what is now urine? We're having blood, we're having urine and water. Now, if the kidney takes out the water, it becomes urine if it does not give it back. Now, what is urine? So here are multiple questions which are technically very, very simple. So why not just explain them in one simple sentence, and the brain can concentrate on the 2-3 new things like the pituitary glands or the antidiuretic hormone, or how it all plays a part, and not that we have to think like a riddle what happens there. Now, we're going to end with remembering one thing. Antidiuretic. What word? Because as soon as we have understood it all, that is the thing which is going to be the problem. Because that is a new word. That is actually the thing we should concentrate on. Antidiuretic. Antidiuretic hormone. It's released by the pituitary glands. That is the difficult part actually to remember of all that. The rest is all totally easy. Just to think it all in one new. It's completely unnecessary difficult. The pituitary glands are releasing anti-diuretic hormone. Now, if you were here for biology, you can go directly to the next part, where we will go to a bit of I don't really know what. If a good plan how to continue, because it's very easy actually. If you stay here, we're going to do leg injury prevention training. If you participate in the leg injury prevention training, then it's better at your own risk. We are bringing one leg up and pointing with a foot down. And we're bringing our leg up and pointing with a foot down. And let's take the foot at the ankle and point with the knee down to the floor and make a straight back. Take the other leg at the ankle, make a straight back and point with the knee down to the floor. And now we bring the leg up, we're breathing in. And we're breathing out, we bring the leg to the side, breathing in. Out into the middle, and down. And bringing in the leg up, breathe in. Out the leg to the side, back and in. Out into the middle, and the other leg up, breathe in. Out to the side, again in, out into the middle, and another time, up, breathe in, out to the side, again in, out into the middle, and down. Now we bring one leg up, and we bring the hands in front, and bring the hands to the side. Now we bring them back in the middle and over to the other side. Back into the middle and now with the other leg. One leg up, bring the hands in front and we go with the hands to one side. And out to the other side. Back into the middle and down. And now we're bringing one leg up and we're pressing from the inside against the knee. And we're bringing the other leg up and pressing from the inside against the knee. And now, one more exercise. Leg up, and now we're pressing with the knee up to the side. Up to the side. And with the other leg up, and we're pressing with the knee up and to the side. Now we're closing the next vital part, breathing in and down. And the last round, breathe in. Out. Breathe in across the legs. And breathe out. That was the leg injury prevention training. I thank you very much, and next time.